All right, hi, and welcome to another standalone video. This is the second one that we're doing in this series where we pick one thing that we didn't cover on the stream that we found intriguing, load up a bunch of stuff, and watch it and react to it. Today it's going to be about Masyn Winn, the shortstop for the Cardinals. He is currently the top defender in the sport. You can debate a little bit Pete Crow Armstrong, Ceddanne Rafaela, Patrick Bailey behind the plate. But I love defense, and this guy's doing it as shortstop, which is considered the premier position in the game. He's 23 years old. A lot of it is because he has an absolute cannon for an arm. But we're going to jump right in to the video here and just see what we can learn. All right, main screen. Here is Masyn Winn. So like I said, 23 years old. He was a second-round pick of the Cardinals in the 2020 draft. This is already his third year in the big leagues. He got called up during 2023. And you can see down here right away by the rankings, 100th percentile in outs above average, 89th percentile in arm strength. Sprint speed is a part of that. That's part of why he's so effective out there. And we're not going to worry about the hitting. He also does provide base running value, but it doesn't really matter. I have the outs above average leaderboard where he's sitting in the very top spot. Masyn Winn at 21 outs above average. Second spot would be Nick Allen of the Braves, actually. So he's the second shortstop. Bobby Witt is coming in right there with 18. We all know about Bobby Witt, and maybe we need to know a little bit more about Nick Allen, but certainly we need to know a lot about Masyn Winn because he is outpacing the rest of the league with 21 outs above average as a shortstop. And it's kind of amazing. So how does he do it? Well, by arm strength. Shortstops, he is the third. He's number 3 in arm strength at 90.3 miles an hour with a max of 93.9. Ellie De La Cruz has a max of 101, which is insane, and he's averaging 92.1. But yeah, Masyn Winn, Gabriel Arias is number 1, Ellie De La Cruz, Masyn Winn number 3. So that's what he's working with, is pretty good speed and pretty good arm strength. So let's just get right into the videos. MLB was nice enough to send me over about 13 clips, Baker's dozen amount of clips on Masyn Winn, so we're going to watch. One thing I want to look out for, because I haven't watched any of these plays yet, is that I think he's exceptional at coming in on the ball. That's what the metrics say. They say right here in the in category, he's 16 runs prevented on coming in. So let's take a look at how he does that and how he makes these plays, and let's just react to him. They're in no particular order, by the way.
The best play ever. I bet every fan has one.
There's a little squibber. That's going to
Here's
score
one coming in.
Masyn throws to first and just in time.
Jeez, I know Sheets isn't fast,
We get a very good
but Winn really gets rid of this ball. First of all, look how far he has to come from. So right here, he's all the way pinched up the middle. Charge. Field the in-between hop. And then you put a lot on that throw. I know Sheets, again, is not fast, but I don't think most guys are making that play. So that's evidence number 1 of him coming in on the ball. And you can see where he was positioned. Does he get a nice jump on this? Yeah, pretty nice jump. Okay, so that's play number 1. Nice play coming in. Let's see play number 2. Oh, to the backhand side. Damn, throws out a decent runner too. And this is actually props too in a 16-2 game to stick with a play. But another one, pinched up the middle, not in a great spot. Fields it on the backhand. It's a short plant and throw. So he kind of doesn't do either. A lot of times in this situation, you'll see a jump throw or you'll see a plant and gun. He kind of doesn't do either. He kind of is able to gun it on the one hop, which is super key here for accuracy. But on top of that, he doesn't take a big step back. Like, he just stands up, keeps his feet tight to get rid of it. So, again, the arm is showing up already as something that is going to tie a lot of these plays together. And, you know, one of the reasons why shortstop's such a tough position is because you have to make so many different, you know, hard angled throws, but also far throws. Sometimes they're short, but a lot of times they're far. And so there's a big reason why arm strength can really play in your favor. Even though a lot of the best don't have great arms, certainly if you want to be the very, very best, it's a tool in your toolkit you'd like to have. All right, let's watch the third play.
Wilson Contreras
again used
broken bat. As Ohtani swings the first one, bounces to short. He can fly, but
very similar to that first one, just the chopper. Charges it really well. He's got a great runner here too, so that's key. This time he gets it on the big hop. with the transfer, and he definitely put a little pepper on that throw. So I think he knows his runners, and clearly he knows that if he can get to any ball, he's got a shot if he can put a little pepper on the throw.
As hard as he can.
Ground ball left side.
The middle.
Stopped it short by Winn. The throw beats him.
Interesting here that he trusts the arm enough to actually circle this ball. A lot of guys would probably play through this ball to cut down the distance on the throw. But he knows he's got time because of that arm. He's able to set the feet. Man, he really lets it fly. Let's watch that throw again.
Stopped it short by Winn. The throw beats him.
Sick. And, you know, he first burst on the scene because he threw like 100-and-something mile-an-hour throw across the diamond in the Futures game. It was the first time I ever heard Masyn Winn's name, so clearly it's a standout tool.
Alec
Thomas, another fast runner.
Multi-hit games this year. This one on the ground.
This one's to the
short.
backhand.
Strong throw off target. Did Burleson hold the
Yeah, so again, like, he doesn't, even though he plants and fires here, he doesn't take a huge step, which I think cuts down a little bit of the time, makes it a little bit more efficient with the feet, but also just, he doesn't have a long arm action, and we've already talked about how hard he throws it, so he kind of stays short with the feet, short with the arm, for maximum efficiency and kind of time of the transfer. That's what it looks like to me. All right, let's watch another.
St. Louis.
This is a rise.
Give the Padres some more opportunities to swing the bats.
Another backhand attempt. Deep in the hole. Now, Arise is not a good runner, but hell of a play, and Arise hates it. Oh, that's got to be a good feeling as a fielder when the hitter is throwing his hands up at you.
Deep in the hole, it's short. Winn's throw.
Yeah, arm strength, the bounce is the key.
He's got a great arm.
This guy plays very under control, and he never gets too wide with the base, it seems to me. He's very kind of pirouette, a lot of tiptoeing, but I kind of like it.
3 runs.
All right, he's got Ozuna here.
That's
Another in the
deep
hole
short.
here.
Nice slide. Strong throw and a scoop at
Jeez
first.
Louise, he was deep on this throw. Look where he is when he fields this ball. I love the technique of the sprawling slide into the stand-up. You see the move there? Into a stand-up. But again, the back foot is not a deep plant. He sets it up and puts it right down. And just lets it absolutely eat. Let's watch this one more time.
That's deep short.
Watch this throw.
Nice slide. Strong throw and
Hits it the whole way there. Contreras with a pretty nice stretch too, so we give credit there. Man, also I have to say I love the number 0. Maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I love that 0. All right, Geraldo Perdomo. Up the middle. Honestly, that's fairly routine for him. He just circled it, shows off the cannon. He was playing pretty far in the hole though here, so. Again though, he knows his runner. He's got a very good internal clock. That's pretty clear. Okay, let's see the next one. A fast runner.
So here's Rosario. He homered in the 5th. This one
another one of these choppers.
Masyn,
bare hand.
And a terrific play.
Beautiful footwork here. Beautiful footwork. Now, when you're running in, now he's played with Nolan, who's the best in the world at this barehand play. So maybe he's learned a thing or two from the legend over there at third. But it's all about the hop you get. You got to get either a short hop or a bigger hop. He plays the in-between hop, but he plays it perfectly. And then throws off the wrong foot with just from a crazy athletic move. This is a great move. This is the type of play that everybody should practice as a kid.
Over the mound, Masyn barehand and a
There's just so much internal clock work, proprioception, footwork, technique, arm strength, arm angles, just figuring it out as you go. I think there's a lot of good stuff in there. Oh shoot, we missed one. All right, so we gotta skip ahead. Thomas, we saw. Arise, we saw. Marcell Ozuna, we saw. Med Rosario, we saw. It looks like we got about 4 more. William Contreras.
3-2 Brewers in the 8th. Rollover ground ball. Winn fields it and a strong.
Yeah, it's kind of held back. So this kind of covered up a mistake. This is where the arm kind of covers up a mistake. He could have circled this ball and gotten through this ball better. And I wonder if he thought third baseman Arenado, whoever this is over there, was going to actually cut this ball off. Yeah, it's Nolan. Nolan lets it go, though. Very odd for him. And again, though, the arm covers it up. He gets there. He's quick. He's quick. Once he touches it, he's very quick to pivot and release. It's a short arm action. I think that's part of it, too. All right, Tommy Edman. Another chopper.
Masyn
He really
charges,
attacks these balls.
throws, and they
Again, another
got it.
pretty
What a
fast
play.
runner, knows his runner, stays short with the throw, stays under control despite the fact that he's running very fast in here.
Masyn charges, throws,
Well,
and
covered an
they
awful lot of
got it.
ground,
What a
and you can
play.
see why the in numbers are so good. He's been amazing at closing the gap on these choppers and setting up for the throw. All right, 2 more.
And there's no off day either coming up as they're going to play the Rockies
In the
after
hole.
this series. Winn charges up that arm.
Yeah.
And just in
The
case
arm really does cover up for a lot, but it's also the footwork. I mean, this is a deep throw that a lot of guys would backhand to get into position early, but he's so quick at getting from ground ball fielding position into throwing position. Such an efficient, short move right there.
charges up that arm.
And then the throw's obviously
And just
probably
in case you
95.
didn't believe us, there
All right, last play.
All the plays defensively in this series. And he's going to make a play here unless Masyn Winn throws him out.
Oh,
Right
baby.
in time.
This might be the coolest
Got
of
it.
all the
What a
plays
play.
we've seen. Man, this ball kind of checked
plays
up
defensively
when it hit the
in this
grass with
series.
some weird spin on it. He played it
And he's gonna make a
perfectly
play here unless
into the
Masyn Winn throws
360
him out.
plant
Right
fire
in time.
and gets a
Got
fast
it. What a
runner.
play.
I got to watch this play at least 2 more
All the plays
times.
defensively
My
in
God, this
this-
is beautiful. This reminds me of some Brendan Ryan stuff back in the day or Tulo
And he's
stuff.
going to make a play here unless Masyn Winn throws him
Oh.
out. Rocket in time. Got him. What a
Yeah,
play.
that's money right there. Let's watch it one more
All the
time
plays
because this is
defensively
so
in
beautiful.
this series. And he's going to make a play here unless
Just a
Masyn
really
Winn
good read
throws
of the
him
hop,
out.
too.
Rocket in time.
All right, so that's all I got. That's all I got. It's going to be a short video today, but I wanted to quickly comment on this guy, Masyn Winn. His defense is exceptional. 21 outs above average, so 16 going in, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, 2 going back. I think going to the right, his arm covers up actually some not perfect technique. But if there's anything to learn, it's 1, attack the ball with gusto. Don't be afraid to feel it with one hand on the run and kind of let your body figure it out. 2, always strive to make your movements more efficient when you're dealing with a time crunch situation in baseball. So a lot of times that applies to a hitter. A hitter maybe has to catch up to a fastball. So if he has a lot of movement in his swing, basically he's creating more time it takes for him to then engage with the ball. So a lot of guys, the best hitters in the game, we talk about them having very simplified loads because that kind of cuts down the amount of distance and extra movement that has to take place before firing. And it's the same thing when you're talking about a defensive player who has to make a throw. And a throw is a big component of this, whether it's on a crow hop or a catcher or obviously a shortstop. So one thing that I noticed that Masyn does a really great job of is he stays narrow with his stance. He doesn't get too wide. And then he has a nice short arm action. Most shortstops do anyway, but his is very tight. And then he packs a punch. He obviously lets it rip. But it's a tight movement. Like when he has to go into his backhanded plant move, the foot doesn't kick way out. The foot kicks a lot shorter out. And then he can go from there. And I think it doesn't seem like a big thing, but the difference between stepping way back and stepping tight can be a couple tenths of a second and can make all the difference with a fast runner. I actually used to face this when trying to work on my pickoff move. I used to do a really big step back on the pivot, and that would kind of cost me. So when I was working on it the last few years, trying to get better at it, I don't know if I ever did, but I tried. In practice, at least, it was pretty good. I would just pivot the back foot. I wouldn't worry at all about stepping back. It would just be a quick pivot, and the reason is because that keeps me tighter. So my angle of rotation, my axis of rotation is tighter, and then everything happens a little bit quicker. So that's what I think he does so well. It's one of the things. Obviously, he wasn't afraid to work on his arm strength either as a kid. So kids out there, long toss, care about your arm strength. It's a weapon in this game. It's a tool. It's something that can get you out there, get you playing time, get you on the field. Work on always cleaning up the efficiency of your movements when you're dealing with a time crunch situation. And then also just be an athlete. Don't be afraid to keep working it the way you want to, running, one-hand plays, in, out, back, right, left, everything. So that's it. That's all I got on Masyn Winn. But I wanted to quickly touch on that in a quick video tonight, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to be doing a little bit more of these if people are getting to watching them. So have a good night, and thanks.